Hold on 1 second. Pause. The main character will be the character that truly hates the idea of the sacrifice for freedom and security. So that idea that everyone wants security and peace over it, he doesn't believe in that. He says freedom is peace. Freedom is how we express ourselves, and it's really how we live. However, the society, and of course the community as a whole, thinks that's a dangerous thing to have, because freedom could be, you have the freedom to kill me right now. So why should we give you that when we can just live in peace, not have to worry about anything? That's the situation now. He doesn't believe in it. So, however, once the events of the story start to go on, and he literally gets that ability to break through, not have to worry about what this society and everything else is going on is saying, he kind of hates the idea all of a sudden, because all of these terrible things are happening to him, like one after one after one. It's like dominoes, and he hates it. In a way, he almost wishes that he could go back to his normal life, but it's too late now. And he's slowly, as the story progresses, he's kind of embracing that idea of, this is bigger than just me. This is a fight for not just this is not just a fight for me or them. It's for a fight of overall how people should be. It's not about this thing. Of course, again, as he's kind of tribulated trials of this, every person that he interacts with will be affected. Whether it's going to be a good thing, for example, like I think the first character interaction that I put down, I actually physically wrote this down, was he was going to meet him as though he was on the run. This is like the first time he's on the run from the society. And he accidentally pulls someone to the side. And well, he's literally running away from them, and he actually pulls them along with him, doesn't realize who they are. But this person, because he's like trying to hide himself behind them. And he doesn't realize who it is. It's actually a diplomat in this U.S. government. And the diplomat kind of agrees with him when he hears how he feels. So he goes along with him for a little bit, and that diplomat kind of stands up for, when they're cornered, he kind of stands up for him and says, no, we shouldn't live like this, but he's immediately killed right after. Which then kind of puts that in perspective. Is freedom even real? Do we even have that ability? And like I said, that's just an example of every person he interacts with is going to have something terrible happen to him. Well, that's a little extreme. I guess certain characters are going to have it really rough, and not every one of the main characters that we will play will be friends with him. Actually, there's going to be a few that actually really don't like him at all, because the main character, again, is very headstrong, and he doesn't want to believe in that lifestyle. He wants to find his own, and that's all well and good, but when you're affecting someone else who doesn't maybe want that lifestyle, who just wants to live in peace, that's a problem. That's causing problems for other people. So, where was I? This is how much I've literally, this is how much I've written. Like, look at this. This is my rough draft. Everything that I've wrote down, and I've lost my way.
Concerning the characters, is it still like pseudo you guys, or is it going to be like you guys are acting as different people now?
I've actually decided, let's give us character names. I haven't decided that. I've only kind of gotten like on the personality traits.
I feel like that'd be better.
It does, because we don't have to be ourselves. We can fully invest in that character of who we're trying to be. We don't have to worry about, oh, this is what I would do in the situation, or
yeah,
I have this past.
It's basically like a complete reboot, right?
Mm-hmm. What? These characters have in no way, shape, or form had anything that went on with Mr. Johnson before. It's a completely different world and different environment. But I took that idea as well as a lot of, you know how
Drew,
people say that the
hit me up.
This is a big subject lately, but I kind of like this because I kind of felt this would be a good springboard. I mixed in with a little bit of a kind of a mythology. So what if this not this corporation, but the government and, let's say, kind of like the Illuminati, the secret society really is behind everything that's going on. But they're looking for, kind of like in a way, again, like a secret society like Templars. They're looking for something very special. But what this is, well, yes, it's always gold. What this is the whole point of the story, and then actually you find out really early in the story what it is, and then it's from that point on of, do we need this? Should it be in this world? Should we get rid of it? Who really should have it? Should we have it? No, Valor Swords are gone. Gone.
How about
But
crystals?
Crystals are gone.
we're keeping the first two parts up, but this is a complete reboot.
Well,
The only reason we're keeping them up for sentimental reasons.
and also because there's a potential. If I could, I would love to go back and actually do the original film again. But when I went back and looked, because I actually found the original story, and before I left, I was kind of thinking, you know, there's, as much as I like this, there's just so many empty ends, and there's just so many empty plot holes that I never filled, and I was like, I don't like that idea of leaving. I mean, that's kind of cool because it makes you want to know what happens next, but at the same time, it kind of makes the whole story feel very disjointed. Like, well, what are they getting at here? What is the real purpose of this? And I didn't want that. I wanted it to be a very what?
Or convoluted.
I think
Yeah, very straight
you're
into
a
it.
good guy, but I don't know.
Honestly, I've been thinking about this too. Of instead of letting again, Mr. Johnson is not going to be the majority threat. This actually, you will not see him until if it was in film-wise, probably the last maybe 20, 30 minutes of the film. You will not see him.
We could kind of tease it, like someone get on the phone and be like, "What?
Yeah.
What is?"
I really want to build up to that of who is this guy?
Me either.
We can even use his
Honestly,
name.
he is nothing extraordinary in this. Like how we've built him up over the years, he's just now in this story. He's just a straight up ordinary guy. Nothing mystical or special about him.
So just a bank fraud squad.
He's basically just a really messed up guy. Like in the head, he is.
Just mentally evil.
Well, not even mentally. I mean, he has no remorse for anything he does, and he's very
That
driven.
sounds mentally evil.
There you go. But I didn't want to honestly make it so that we're telling a story about what the villains are planning to do. Like I actually wanted to keep the villains as an abstract thing, something kind of ominous that the characters they know is out there, and they know that it's coming. But it's more of their perspective on what's going on and how they have to deal with that.
You can.
I also don't want Mr. Johnson to be the threat in this film at all, because I'm looking at this as I'm not approaching this as there could be a Valor 2. I want it to be just we focus on this film, make it as good as we
Okay.
possibly can.